Hey guys, can you hear me? Hello. Hi Shayna. You were saying hi to someone else, but hey. How are you? How you doing? I feel like I didn't do live for like a really long time. Maybe in reality it wasn't that long ago, but I feel like it's been a real long time. Uh, so I'm using a new program, so I kinda wanna know, can you hear me? I say hi to the, let's see what's here. Shalom, shalom, that Finnish Jewish guy in the chat. All right, perfect. Was it the Mossad? Harry Flashman starting. I didn't get the mail. Neither did I. I don't know what happened. They used to tell me everything every time they do anything. To be honest, like, how many of you? Oh, the audio is not good. Let me check the audio. It should be alright though. Is it better now? The audio? Let me guys know. Static. I'm gonna push the computer away a little bit. So I really wanted to talk to you all. Here, is it better? Should I raise it up? Better? Hello, hello. Is it better? No? Too much? You all saying you can barely hear me. Why is that? Hmm. Okay. All right. So basically, I missed you all. I didn't plan too much. My question is, for anyone who knows, like, was the weather like bad before they hopped on the helicopter, or was it bad like after? Because I was like, this helicopter is super old. It's like, I don't know, from the 70s, 80s. I don't remember exactly. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but like super old helicopter above like a very hardcore like nature area and bad weather conditions. I feel like it's almost like was the person who convinced them to go to the helicopter ride, like what was the idea of going to the it kind of sounds like it was about to happen, like if you use logic. Like you would you like to go on an old helicopter like in the mountains in a bad weather day? It was just cool. I thought it was like, okay, maybe the agent there was somebody who actually managed to somehow convince them that it's a good idea to go on a helicopter ride. And then everything else was like, let nature do its thing. There is a typo in the. Oh, yeah, 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 I see now. There is indeed a typo. Let's see if I can see it. Oh. Welcome, new member. Welcome, Ali Vegas. Thank you. Yeah, it is. It was an old American-made helicopter. Okay, to be honest, the fact that he's dead is like, okay, good riddance. I actually wanted to, I wish I had like something to start the stream with, like a little bit of a small firework or something. How do I increase the volume though? Oh, yeah, I can increase it. I can. Okay, is it better? I increase the volume. Okay. Oh, hello, all those new members. By the way, it's the first time I'm using this program to do live streams, so I'm sorry if it's buggy. You know, like it's like first 5 minutes, I'm like, okay, all we did was like debugging together, making me. Thank you. Oh, it's in Hebrew because my YouTube is in Hebrew. So thank you, Mr. K, for giving 5 memberships to my channel. All right. So, okay, the static sound is from my computer. It's like super loud static right now. You guys. Here, I'll try to, maybe it's too hot. Maybe it's gonna be better like that. Yeah, the computer doesn't. It doesn't like me today. Welcome, new subscribers. Yeah, the static, I'm sorry, it's gonna chill in a minute. I think it's too hot in this country, even though I have my, oh, maybe it's my aircon. Maybe that's why you hear static noises, but I think I'm gonna die if I'm gonna turn it off. Turn duck. I like you and AP can be atheist agnostic, but make us think you're Christ apologist and forget that you are atheist. I did not even know till. What did Harry said? I don't know what he said. I actually made a video responding to the fact that he made a commentary, and I just didn't have the patience to actually listen to what it said there, because to me, just the fact that he made it, because it's not his problem. Like in that video I made, which is currently just for my club members, I just said, like, go solve Pakistan, India first, you know? Why don't solve our problem, okay? We've been struggling with it and we've done everything that's possible. So maybe I know a little bit more. Like, there is no way on earth I can give an argument that I haven't heard before. And the reason I think you think like that, Tarun, that like we can be Christ apologetics, and because the thing is that you don't have to believe in God to believe in certain values. You don't have to believe in anything to believe in certain values. One doesn't like it. It's not mandatory. It does help. When I made a video about what I think God is, and I talked about it there, where I said, to me, it is clear that God is also. Can you guys hear me? To me, God is also a way to pass it on, pass those values on. And let's say, what happens if your child is not old enough to understand like the complex logic behind every commandment and every law and everything like that? It's better, like, technically just say, okay, there is a God for the mere preservance of that knowledge. Like, preserve something that you don't know why you do it for God. I think even logically like that's how I look at it. Sorry if I sound like an heretic to you, but this is what I think. Ashla regime. Here's some Zionist circuit for audio debugging. Thank you so much. It's not only shekels that I need. It's also not being as lazy as I am, which I think I'm get like. There is so much around YouTube. It's definitely not an easy job to start. Like there's so much around it, which is insane. Anyway. Yeah, so the Ashla regime, your video on anti-Semitism was the best I've seen. Thank you so much. This is after I removed some things that actually long-term have proven to be true. And I said them way before, like I said them and it took me like a couple of months to just edit the video. And already by the time I was editing the video, some of the things that I speculated would happen, happened. And then now I can say that even more things happened. But it was so long, I removed it. And now I was like, oh. Because I went wild with my speculations about what's going to happen. And everything came true. I was like, I felt like I was hoping that I'd be proven wrong, you know, but that I'd be like, okay, I'm just warning here. It's not like that it's really going to happen. It's just something that could happen. So unfortunately, yeah. So is there still a problem with my mic? Is it still problematic? Tomorrow's video, I think it's the day, isn't today Tuesday though? Isn't it the day after tomorrow? Roy Steinberg, I'm having a live with Roy and Armin on Thursday, so it's in a couple of days. But yes, you are all welcome to join us. AP's like, Mr. K is rubbing off on you. No, actually, we've been, like, when we've actually met, it was like we looked at each other and we're like, yeah, a candid spirit, definitely. Yeah, but AP is even worse than I am, I think. But also, I think is also a bit more emotional than I am too. So it's harder for him sometimes. What else? Thank you. Taumtak, you said you're an atheist in your collab. I thought you were a Jew, a Christian. I was confused. You never said Hanum. What is Hanuman? Is BS, God is BS 24/7 like him. Yeah, I don't like when ex-Muslims think because Islam is a religion, the way it is a religion, they like project that on every religion out there. I think it's false to do that. But oh, Hanuman is a Hindu god. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know. I didn't know. I know which. I forgot all the Hindu gods. Aren't there like tons of Hindu gods though? So the thing is that when he started interviewing me, I thought it was wrong for him to say I'm an atheist. It's because atheist is like not having. I don't believe in God, but I'm a Jew. So I started saying that, I started with saying that, yes, I'm a Jew though. For the record, I'm a Jew, to make it clear. So I think here is the traveling. Thank you guys. Oh yeah, like this video, subscribes, things like that. Oh, I kind of wish I should do things. I should have also this Discord thing where you can bring people up and talk to them randomly. I think it would be fun if I do that. So, oh my God, I get so distracted with the chat now. I feel like I didn't do a live for so long, I forgot how to do it. Here is a good question. What does it mean to be Jewish for me? I believe in the Jewish tradition and moral systems and stories. Stories, tradition, culture, and moral system. This is what I believe in when it comes to Judaism. Again, Judaism is a complex religion, but the fundamentals are very, very solid. So let's talk. I mean, you guys. Thank you for your support. What would you stream with your audience, like StreamYard? No, I think using a different program, but not on. I just like people challenging me, but I'll be honest, the moment you give me a general statement, I'm gonna hang up. I don't like those kind of people who just think they have an argument, but in reality what they do is just say something that they think is an argument, but is not. Which is saying something like, anyway. Okay, let me start talking about Raisi, which is the butcher of Tehran. God damn it. Can you someone it's one thing to bring talk about the moral corruption that is happening in the US government and the EU and obviously the UN. The UN is haven't been a secret for a long time now. But when they go so public about it, that's new level crazy. What are they thinking? What's next? Is there gonna be a minute of silence for other prestigious, beautiful figures like Stalin and Lenin? And what's gonna happen when the northern regime, hopefully one day, North Korean regime will fall? Will it be hours of silence in the UN for the best regime ever? I wanna you can filter them orange out. Yeah, I should definitely. You can filter them orange out. Yes, maybe I can give someone a new someone. Does anyone want to be a moderator that I can somehow trust? Anyway. You guys, I missed y'all. I missed talking to you. I missed this open conversation. I guess maybe we shouldn't maybe I'll try again tomorrow. Have more structured conversation. But you guys, I'm just having fun talking to you right now. Yeah, this dude, the butcher of Tehran, signed on personally signed, on about from 5,000 to 30,000 death penalties. He looked at between 5,000 to 30,000 people and decided to hang each and every one of them. Talk about somebody who deserves to get a like with all due respect to Netanyahu and Gallant that are conducting a war, this person personally did it. Like it's like the closest you can get to doing the work yourself is what Raisi did, and they have a moment of silence for him. Like I don't know what to say. Like this is where I think it's getting so ridiculous. I literally don't know if there is anything I can say. Like the reality is so absurd. You know what I also hate about it? That I noticed you cannot do satire anymore. Like everything that, for example, the Eretz Nederet did with their satires, where it seems like they took the satire far. It's not satire anymore. Like it's literally their last clip where they did. They literally took like actual footage from universities and compiled them together and just added like a little bit so it would somehow seem funny and parodical. But there is no satire anymore. Like there is literally nothing you can say that people would think it's funny because how ironic and weird it is. Because like no matter how far you think you can go, there will be a leftist that would go further. So what's the point in having humor now? Like there is no, like they killed humor in two ways. One thing is like you cannot make jokes at all about anything. And the other thing that they killed is the option to even make satires, because they take everything so far. You cannot outdo them. It's like it's a competition. And at some point, even like watching videos, I was like, okay, I don't know, should I laugh or should I cry? Like satire. It's not satire anymore, it's just reality now. A minute of silence for the butcher from Tehran in the UN. And then the letters of condolences from EU and the United States, and people publicly. Like, can you believe that people, like, there isn't even the basic shame of like actual people that you can see their voices and their faces, and they stand up and they do it in U.S. government, where they express sadness for this man getting like no, there is no priority in the world that can go as far as reality. Like that's what I think at this point, really. Let's see. I should add some photos. Let me see. There's some comments. Atheists like you and AP have a life, so you're both lazy. No, I'm just lazy. I don't have a life. I'm just a lazy person. Harris and Armin are militant and crazy, so they do YouTube more. Harris now changing, so he also... I feel like Armin is also a little bit more open from what I've seen. But to be honest, like their only example of religion, I think, is Islam. So they know... like anything in life, everything you need to know and learn about it. And religion is very complex. So it takes a long time to understand what it is. Religion, personally, I don't really see Judaism as religion that much. But there are religious elements to it too as well. Look, I'm protecting those leftists. Look at me. Like, we cannot go too far, right? To me, what bothers me a lot about Armin and Harris is that they've managed to get to a certain point, but then, like with Harris, like, why does it bother me so much? Because if a person like Harris is citing so hard, like having such a strong opinion about what the solution here should be, well, thank you, but no thank you. It's not like with that kind of friends, it's basically like you're serving our enemies. That those are enablers. And it's one thing when Israeli leftist says that, I know they're just delusional and they're gonna suffer first, like those who were, those who got attacked on October 7th, the one that lives in the kibbutz. Most of them, right, were the most leftist, like the most peace-loving people anywhere in Israel were there, and they suffered the consequences, and some of them didn't even learn after that. But don't play with other people's life, okay? Play with your life, not other people's life. Raisi accident or Islamic representation. Like they had a good amount of mic problem again. Oh no, can you guys not hear me? Who knows? Everything. It could be anything and everything. They have a lot of enemies. But like sometimes accidents happen. I know you'd be surprised, but accidents do happen. I see. Thank you so much for all your support. Try do parody when the world is beyond it. Yeah, I know. It's like humor got killed in every way since. Or form. Okay, let me guys see. Oh, I just clicked randomly, sorry. So yeah, what are we seeing today in this wonderful world? We are seeing things like, let me see, I've met some. This statement, like seriously. Statement, spokespersons on the death of the Iranian President Raisi and others in helicopter crash. I mean, I wish kind of that they have chosen someone else, maybe they could have chosen some random person that died in that car crash and like mourn them, and then Raisi would be in the other's part, so that it would so that there is something like some space to be like maybe there was someone there that was actually their agent or something. And this is why they're sad. I don't know. The United States expressed its official condolences for the death of the Iranian President Ebrahim Raisi. Foreign Minister Amir Abdullah and other members of the delegation. Where is the part like? I think wasn't the president of Azerbaijan with them as well? Like they skip him. I mean, I only have a partial photo of it, but I wonder, like everybody, what's the opinion? Let's see what else. Oh, this is I screenshotted. Where do I put myself here? The European Union offers condolences for the death of President of the Islamic Republic of Iran, Ebrahim Raisi. What's wrong with them? Oh, this is unrelated, but let's make a not funny joke moment, because I have it open in the same. You know the rules of perception. If they're black, then it's a gang. If they're Italian, it's a mob. If they're Jewish, it's a coincidence and you should never speak about it. I think they use the word gang for Jews as well. When it's Jewish gangsters, from what I remember, I think they also used gang. Why are Italians a mob, though? I don't get this joke. All right. Mm-hmm. Why can't I see it? Oh. Roses are red, violets are blue. Aisha was 9, Muhammad 52. Oh, that's an amazing. Good job. Oh, man. You guys, to be honest, like, let's see. I saw his comment. Wait, where are you? Why can't I see you here? I saw your comment before, but now I miss it. That many videos that are about Italian mobsters are actually about Jewish mobsters, and they just but to make it like more popular, because people don't like, I guess, people don't like when the Jewish part is in your face. If it's somebody is like if the characters are Jewish, like there are little hints in the movie that they're Jewish, but it wouldn't be too much in your face, and definitely not when you're like doing the campaign to promote the movie. Actually, a lot of the movies about Italian mobsters are not about Italians, but they're actually about the Jewish mobsters or the Jewish gangsters or whatever. Of course there were Jewish gangs. All right. Where I'm losing your comment, Samantha. I saw your Samantha. Oh yeah, Samantha Sabbath. Amazing name. Why are my glasses so crooked all the time? What he meant by the joke, I think, is that you can say nothing bad, anything. You can't say anything bad about Jews. I don't know. It's, I guess, like, why? I wonder why does he feel like that? Were people criticizing something that he said about Jews? What did it include, like hints that that Hitler should have finished his job and stuff, or was it really like? Because I know American Jews can be, to be honest, I used to think that American Jews sometimes are a bit too sensitive, but I guess they've been suffering from anti-Semitism all the time. They and nobody were listening to them, so I guess it makes sense for them to become sensitive. Oh, does anyone here watch anime? Such a random question. Chappelle was referencing Jews as productive group. I I guess. I guess it's. I guess I don't like protected groups thing, but jokes are like sometimes they're mean. I remember there were two commercials that were super controversial in Israel because they each one reduced the other sex to basically the lowest you can go. And what happened was that the first commercial was more like making fun of women, and then when women were complaining about it, men were like, "Oh, you're just being sensitive, you're just being that and this." And I'll tell you what was the joke, because I think the women were reacting appropriately. And then when the other side happened, when it was reducing men, men went crazy about it, like that it's hurting them. So I think there, even when you make jokes, not everything is funny. So the joke that they made about, like in the first it was a beer company, and then what they said is that they made like all kind of scenarios, and then men watching women and woman problems, and they're just saying, "Oh, we're so happy we're not women," or something like that. And the other commercial was a gum commercial, and it reduced like all men, like they were turned to monkeys, and they were like looked at like women were like those intelligent, sophisticated creatures, and they just look at the men and like, ugh, what is it? Like those primitive monkeys. And men got really offended by it. So women. So you're saying the Jews colonized the Sesi Mafia. I don't know what's the Sesi Mafia, but a lot of the New York Mafia was Jewish. It's just that they weren't active for long, because they actively worked hard so that their children wouldn't be in a mafia. So, yeah, it's such a random discussion, starting with Raisi. But I really feel like, I don't know if there is anything to say about it. Just the world went crazy. Like they've lost it. The only thing that I feel bad for is that clearly it doesn't matter who you vote for. It doesn't matter who you vote for in the EU, and it doesn't matter where you vote for anywhere almost. It's like you don't get what you vote for. Your wishes get ignored. You have like this unbelievably difficult situation where people have lost, especially in Europe, like Sweden, Ireland, UK, and like people lost control on their ability to influence their governments, which is scary. Jews, Tal, Israel, Jews have a special mission from God in the world. They're very gifted, and that's why many people envy them. I think that a Jew that is not gifted like stops being a Jew. Being a Jew is too much of work. This is why like the Jewish population stays small. Like people who are born Jewish and are not like they don't fit. They usually don't stay Jewish for long because it's hard to stay Jewish. So I think it's also because of that. Actually pressed on that comment by mistake, so maybe it's a sign. Amira, hey Rebecca, I'm Tunisian, I'm watching from Germany. Hi Amira, I like your photo. You have interesting things, and thank you. All right. Let me go through what I was supposed to talk about actually here. I hope you guys are having fun in this live. It's more scattered than what I usually do, I feel like. All right. Let me see what other things I'm supposed to talk about. Mm-hmm. Do we want to go through Raisi's incredible, beautiful record of killing people, or are we going to skip that today? Because I don't know if I feel like it, to be honest. Oh, somebody made this beautiful comment where they asked, "Hey, how do you deal with like making those videos and dealing with depressing themes all the time?" And all I could think of is like, oh my God, I don't know if I should make a video about how I deal with that, because I just get depressed. I don't deal with it. It just makes me depressed. That's it. So it's like, yay. So let's talk about fun stuff. I went to my friend's wedding on Sunday. And I've actually met some. I was surprised. Okay, you guys, those who are, you might like it. You're the Christians and the people who like the Bible and things like the tradition, the Judeo-Christian traditions. So the wedding was of somebody who I served the army with, and I was in intelligence, and most of people that go there. There is a good amount of super liberal Jews that go there. And I was surprised that my friends that I didn't see for years, that they were like, oh my God, like we're watching your videos and we love them. And I know some of them are like super, super atheist, like I am, right? But the fact that I just started speaking about Judaism and things like that, I felt like people were like sitting next to me, and it was like people coming out of the closet, like telling that, saying that actually, oh yeah, they have family traditions where they read the Bible together, and things like that. Which I was like, oh wow, it's like we're sitting like on the table, and people are like starting to confess their secret. Their secret connections to Judaism that they never say anything about, or their real views or thoughts, because I was surprised, like, talking to them and knowing that they're like, I mean, I am an atheist too, right? But knowing them, and then this conversation starting, and then I started talking about the moral values that Judaism had introduced to the world, and what it means, and what makes the West West, and things like that. And yeah, and I was actually, I don't know if why I thought like what I was thinking, right? They're all Jews, they all know that. And I was just surprised, like, that even the most like atheist Jews, that we actually all secretly are care about it and care for it, and like we understand the value system behind it, even if we don't believe in God. And it's not something that people talk about. And it was like people coming, oh yeah, actually, yeah, I like reading the Bible. It's like people came out of the closet saying that, which is funny. Oh, I'll fix the title, you guys. I get it. The title is wrong. No, I'm going to fix the title because I'm weak. I'm a weakling. That's why. Here, fixed it. I hope it's good enough. Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. I'm just gonna. What happened between you and Roger? Why is it bad mouthing on AP's channel? I literally want to pretend he doesn't exist, to be honest. Like, I really don't care. But I guess some of you guys would be curious about it, and I really don't want to give him any attention. But it was let's say it was like too intense for me, and I asked to have a break, and he didn't like it. And that's it. That's the only thing I'm gonna say. I mean, all right. Oh my God, you guys! It's kind of. Didn't he do it now? Maybe he did. Sunny Mitra, do you think Donald Trump would have said something funny on Raisi's death, like he did during Baghdadi, where they didn't say something like 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 this dog is dead or something like that? It's like such a classic Kol Kalbi Giomo. It's like every dog his day comes. Definitely deserves that kind of statement for Raisi. This is what we should have said. Like, people should have, like the United States, I saw, like this is how it should have went. This should have been the official reaction from the United States, whatever department. Aisha's goes, would you marry me and create Jewish people together? Aisha's goes, first of all, thank you so much for your support. Second, you're not gonna fool me. I saw that you believe in Jesus a few comments before, so I doubt your Jewishness. I'm sorry. And I don't know why. Maybe I'm wrong, Aisha. It's goat. Maybe because it's Aisha's goat. In my mind, you're a female. Maybe I'm wrong about it. Maybe you're a male. And all that time I had I also see your comments on AP's live, and every time you've commented, I've imagined there is a girl behind this account. Maybe I am, but I'm sorry, Aisha's goat. I'm gonna misgender you forevermore, even if you're a male or not male. That's it. That's. I've decided that you're a female. To me, you are a female. I hope you. You don't know. You won't get offended. Ashley the regime, like, so with the bell. Thank you so much. Yes, like, subscribe with the click on the notification bell, and give me your money. I shall make pancakes and videos with your money, which are both good. All right. Isha's got, I know, 8 part of the Quran. I know she did. Like, I'm kind of afraid to know what was written. If it was that bad that the goat had to eat it, I'm kind of afraid how bad that was. Like, I feel like the worst part of the Quran was eaten by this goat. Maybe we dodged a bullet. All right. Mohammed Hussein, ICC coming for you. I know. Maybe at this point we should at least acknowledge how far the far left communists Islamists have penetrated everything and everything everywhere. I mean, at this point, you need to give credit where credit is due. Is it bad for humanity? Yes, it's bad for humanity. But at least we can, like, let's give them credit. They managed to infiltrate everywhere, everything, and they managed to make it mainstream to say that Islam is the religion of peace, and like for decades now, like just long enough so people would bring down their defense mechanism to only to regret it later, of course. But a moment of how do I say, not appreciation, because I don't appreciate that. But if talent is talent, I don't know how to say that. If somebody wants to ruin, like if it's like a clear, it's like a Mojo Jojo kind of things. I don't know from. I think it's Mojo. I think it's from the Powerpuff Girls, right? Whereas like their stated goal is to destroy Earth. So if they manage to destroy Earth, the Jojo Mojo thing, you have to acknowledge that they have managed to, like, good job. I mean, you did it. Was it good for anything? Did they make it? Did it make them happy? Probably not. Like, I don't think ruining the world would have the effect that Mojo Jojo expects. But I mean, technically, good job. The Ashlada regiment. Mossab said the cow, but the answer is the goat. Yeah. Well, I don't eat goats or cows. I'm just thinking, like, you don't really eat goats, right? I don't remember. Like, you eat sheep and cows. I don't remember eating, like, maybe I did eat a goat once, but I think it's more rare. I think they're too thin or something. So I don't know if I choose a goat, like, it doesn't matter. Mossab said the cow. I'm all for continuing to Islam as Mojo. I know, right? This is the thing. It's obviously like the thing is that Disney took away the classic villain type. When people are like, oh, everybody, like, people are complex, and even the villain types need to have like this fascinating backward story. But the reason that those characters existed for like centuries, millennia, whatever, is because people like that actually exist. People that love destruction, people that don't care if they're gonna blow up with the entire and take the entire world with them. Like, there are actual people like that. It does exist. And then instead of gradually we were made to believe that those villains were like caricatures, that people like that do not exist. Yeah, they do exist. They actually do exist. Where's Sophia? I mean, why you tagging me? But why? I don't know. There is no contact, so I don't know if I'm missing anything. I saw that several times already. I'm like, and Sophia, I trust you that it's something that maybe I should say, but there is no contact. Also think about the prophecy of the end days in Islam, right? After they take, like, you know what's the award for getting, swiping out all the Jews in the world? The award that is promised is the end of the world. Like, why would you want that? Why would that be an award? Like this is the literal award Islam promises. So, and I feel like it's a terrible prize. Like, why would you do anything for it? especially like for women. Women get nothing. Like why? There is like, it's literally mojo jojos en masse. People who are just learn to be mojo jojos, like, oh, let's destroy the world, thinking, I don't know. Like at this point, I don't think it's not anything but just bitter people. I mean, of course they're bitter. Like it's also like this mentality where the reason some of it doesn't get better is because they, by the way, Japanese people also have that, all Japanese people. The reason that you see, part of the reason you see this pandemic of young Japanese people working themselves to death is that when they complain about it, because the elder population is such a strong voting rights, they don't care about this problem. And when they come and tell the older population, hey, we're suffering, they're saying, we had to go through World War II, we had to go through the 50s and 60s, we were suffering way more than you. And their actual psychology is that they want the youngsters to suffer as much as they did. They don't want them to have a better life. They want them to suffer as much as they did. And it's the same thing with it's the same thing with a lot of the Arab population. Like why do you see like the older women like torturing the younger ones? Just because they don't want them to have better lives than what they went through. Like literally. Goat, god of all times, cow. Yeah, but cow it's a steak. I don't know. I like steaks. But thank you for your support. I watched you with Harris Sultan. It was fake. I mean, because of Harris. I mean, to me, I was disappointed because I felt like there wasn't. Okay, at some point, it did feel like he did push back a little bit with like proper argumentation or counterpoints. But for a lot of it, it was like, okay. At some point, I was just starting to think like, okay, I'm saying things that are kind of maybe first time you've heard them. Like I waited for the moment where he would ask, hey, why do you think that way, you know? Or why do you think that? Or why don't you think this? Why do you like like that? So I could answer. But yeah, I was kind of. Hello, Rebecca. Safe as sword. Yeah, but I think it is safe is with I, like an I in the middle, SIF. Because in Hebrew it's like SF. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, safe is sword. Mm-hmm. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't know how to spell it, but if I'm wrong, but it sounds similar. Mm-hmm. Al Jazeera TV Qatar. Oh my God, Waful Sultan. I remember that. I was like, I fell in love with her that day, and forevermore. And it's still one of the best things ever. Mm-hmm. All right. I kind of want to watch it now. You guys do want to watch it. Who wants to watch Waful Sultan, the queen, saying her words of wisdom? Wait, there is a little. I kind of. Oh yes, it is pretty safe one. Thank you. I'm considering for Rebecca Barsef. Nope, that would make your conversion like you cannot convert for that reason. If you go to a proper rabbi, he will not accept your reasoning to convert and will send you back. Thank you so much for your support, St. Miles. You mentioned pancakes. Now I'm going to be AFK to cook. I will still listen from listening from this point. Now I really want pancakes myself. I don't know why. I regret it every time I bring, like the ice cream video with when I explained what Amalek is. For days I wanted ice cream so much. Like at some point I was like, you know what? I feel like if I'll see a child next to me with ice cream at this point, I'll just take it away from him. Like I know everything I said in that video. After talking so much about ice cream, I think that's it. Like I'm crossing to the Amalek side. Okay, who wants to? I want to say it. I just need to look for it. I love your song, Wafa Sultan. And she says everything that needs to be said. She's so amazing. I'll find it, just for my own satisfaction. I'm sorry, you guys. This world. I need to find it. I know I can. Like I have this weird problem, which I don't know if I can share it. If I show it, if I just do my, I record the screen. For some reason, I think the audio doesn't work, but I do have that video in my files anyway. I mean, I'll give myself another minute. I'll maybe sing a song at a time or whatever. Looking for it, but all right. Let me see. It's loading now. You guys are just talking about food. Oh my God, I make great shakshuka. By the way, I'm a good cook. So it surprises a lot of people. A lot of people, when I meet them, like some literally wouldn't believe me I can cook. I don't know why. Like, yeah, I can cook. Why is it so hard to believe? You guys only talk about after this stream, which is getting shorter and shorter, the more you two guys talk about, here I found it, the more you guys talk about food. Let me see.
Alongside the solidarity marches and occupations in support of Palestine, there were some Jewish students who were siding with the anti-Israel occupiers of the campus. And
can I switch it? shakshuka with tahini on the side or white cheese yogurt. I like the shakshuka with feta cheese on it and tahini on the side, yeah. All right. I found the video. Woohoo. I hope you would be able to hear it. It's the first time I'm actually doing like a real live. That's why I'm slow as well. But like I used StreamYard until now. This is why you don't see the logo of StreamYard here anymore. But yeah, now it's new and I'm slow. Also here, I'll slow it down.
ما نراه من صراع على الساحة
Do you guys hear anything?
ليس
I cannot. Like, can you hear the video? I don't know. I cannot do. Okay, I cannot bake. I can cook but can't bake, so only savory. I can only make savory stuff, basically. Why can't I hear it? What are you guys seeing now? Okay, you can hear her. So am I the person who cannot hear? Because I cannot hear her. I want to hear her too.
ما نراه من صراع على الساحة الدولية ليس صراعا بين الأديان وليس صراعا بين الحضارات، إنه صراع بين النقيضين، إنه صراع بين زمنين، إنه صراع بين العقلية التي تنتمي إلى القرون الوسطى والعقلية التي تنتمي إلى القرن 21. إنه صراع بين الحضارة والتخلف، بين المدنية والبدائية، بين الهمجية والعقلانية. إنه صراع بين الحرية والقمع، بين الديمقراطية والديكتاتورية. إنه صراع بين حقوق الإنسان من طرف واغتصاب تلك الحقوق من طرف آخر. إنه صراع بين من يعامل المرأة كالبهيمة وبين من يعاملها كالإنسان. ما نراه ليس صراعا بين الحضارات. الحضارات لا تتصارع، الحضارات تتنافس.
يعني نفهم من كلامك أن ما يحدث الآن هو صراع بين الحضارة متمثلة في الغرب والتخلف والجهل متمثلا بالمسلمين؟
نعم، هذا ما أقصده.
من الذي أطلق فكرة صراع الحضارات؟ أليس سامويل هانتنغتون وجاء يعني ليس بن لادن كما يقولون؟ أريد أن ندخل في الموضوع لو تكرمت.
المسلمون هم الذين بدأوا بهذا التعبير. المسلمون هم الذين بدأوا صراع الحضارات. عندما قال نبي الإسلام: أمرت أن أقاتل الناس حتى يؤمنوا بالله ورسوله. عندما قسم المسلمون الناس إلى
Guys, I cannot hear. Do you have patience for me to figure out what happens? That's the most amazing. Like this video, I can watch it like in loops. She's. Yeah, she's. So weird. Why can't I hear it myself? Yeah, it's weird that I can't hear it. But you guys can.
مسلم وغير مسلم ودعوا إلى قتال الآخرين حتى يؤمنوا بما يؤمنون. هم أثاروا هذا الصراع، هم بدأوا تلك الحرب، وعليهم كم يوقف تلك الحرب أن يعيدوا النظر في الكتب الإسلامية والمناهج التدريسية التي بين أيديهم والمملوءة بالدعوة إلى التكفير وإلى القتال الكافرين. يقول أنه لا يسب عقائد الآخرين. أي حضارة في الأرض تجيز له أن يوصم بشرا بألقاب لم يختاروها لأنفسهم؟ مرة نطلق عليهم أهل البيت، أهل الذمة، ومرة يطلق عليهم أهل الكتاب، ومرة يشبههم بالقردة والخنازير، ومرة بالنصارى والمغضوب عليهم. من قال لكم بأنهم أهل كتاب؟ هم ليسوا أهل كتاب، هم أهل كتب. كل الكتب العلمية المفيدة التي بين أيديكم هي كتبهم، وهي نتاج فكرهم الحر الخلاق. بأي حق تشبههم بالمغضوب عليهم والضالين، وتأتي الآن لتقول أن عقيدتك أمرتك بأن لا تسب عقائد الآخرين؟ لست مسيحية، لست مسلمة ولا يهودية، أنا إنسانة علمانية لا أؤمن بالغيبيات، ولكنني أحترم حق الآخر في
ملحدة يعني؟ ملحدة؟
تستطيع أن تقول ما شئت.
أنا بسألك،
إنسانة علمانية،
أنا بسألك وعاملك بمنطقك. إن كنت ملحدة فلا عتب عليك إن سببت الإسلام ونبي الإسلام وقرآن الإسلام.
بس دقيقة يا أخي، آمن بالحجر، ولكن إياك أن تضربني بها. أنت حر في أن تعبد من تشاء، ولكن لا علاقة لك بعقائد الآخرين، سواء آمنوا بأن المسيح هو الله ابن مريم أو أن الشيطان هو الله ابن مريم. اتركوا الناس في عقائدهم. اليهود خرجوا من مأساة، فرضوا احترامهم على العالم بعلمهم لا بإرهابهم، بعملهم لا بزعيقهم. البشرية مدينة بمعظم اكتشافات وعلوم القرن ال19 والقرن ال20 لعلماء اليهود. 15 مليون مشرد في العالم جمعوا شملهم ووصلوا إلى حقوقهم بالعمل والعلم. لم نرى يهوديا واحدا يفجر نفسه داخل مطعم.
This one I was like, we have not seen a single Jew blow himself up in a German restaurant. Yeah, thank you. It's not a must. No, resistance is not a must. Grape is not a resistance. Like the world today, like the
ألماني. لم نرى يهوديا واحد يهدم كنيسة، لم نرى يهوديا واحد يحتج على ذلك بقتل الناس. حول المسلمين 3 تماثيل للإله بوذا إلى حطام. لم نرى بوذيا واحدا يحرق مسجدا أو يقتل مسلما أو يحرق كنيسة أو يحرق سفارة، ولكن وحدهم المسلمون يدافعون عن معتقداتهم بحرق الكنائس وقتل الناس وهدم السفارات. هذه طريقة لن تؤدي بهم إلى نتيجة. على المسلمين أن يسألوا أنفسهم ماذا يستطيعون أن يقدموا للبشرية قبل أن يطالبوا تلك البشرية باحترامهم.
Like this person is like amazing. Like I have another one of hers, if you guys are ready. I'm sorry that I'm not translating it to English. Do you guys think I should stop and like say what she's saying in like, or are you good with reading the subtitles? Basically, that was Dr. Wafa Sultan. She's an actual doctor, and she started studying the Quran because she saw people committing incredible, and like when she was studying medicine in Syria, she's seen people that in the name of Islam were committing like the worst crimes towards their patients, like brutal. And she started, I think, exploring Islam and things like that, and she realized that she's a psychiatrist, by the way, that growing up with stories, those stories that Islam teaches really F's up your brain. And she really is like, I really kind of, I want to find, there is another core interview with, I think it was Moshe Sheikh, also in Arabic, where he goes like, we Jews were like, while you were in the desert, you like primitive cave creatures, we already had a civilization, so it's hilarious. But I like Wafa, so Wafa is like, she's like so clear about, no, you're like, Islam declared war on the world. That means I have another one like from her that I love. Let's see if I can find something cool. Yeah, she just said it as it is. Like nobody, like the first people who suffer from that thing called Islam are the Muslims, or like they think it's cool as long as they feel like they're in charge, but the moment they're not the winning side, depends how bitter they are. Like I said, like it's a real phenomenon when the older generation wants the younger generation to suffer just because they've suffered. Like that amount of bitterness also exists in the world, unfortunately. Yeah. One sec. Let me see if I can find the other ones real quick. What another interesting things I have to show that I didn't show you? There are things about also like, oh, I think this one.
القرآن.
Here, this one is amazing. Let me go through some chats first though. Why did priestesses exist? Shibi Vestas. Yeah. Well, thank you for your support. Why did you Palestine to go? I mean, yeah. Not weird joke. Martyr mouse. I mean, oh, okay. Thank you for your support. Okay, you guys ready for this one as well? This one is like brutal. I think I put it on my anti-Semitism video, and I also have that as a separate like clip where I talk about the legacy of Muhammad. Okay, can you guys hear it?
عندما وضعت القرآن والأحاديث والكتب الإسلامية تحت عدسة مجهري توصلت إلى قناعة مطلقة لا يمكن أن يقرأ إنسان السيرة النبوية لمحمد ويؤمن بها ويخرج إلى الحياة إنسانا سليما معافى نفسيا وعقليا. أنت تذكر الطريقة التي قتل بها السيدة عصماء بنت مروان عندما قطع أتباعه جسدها إربا وهي ترضع طفلها والمشكلة عادوا إليه يكبرون.
Like, I'm gonna go back a little bit, but... Oh, Martyr Mouse, feel free to shame me for my terrible humor. Oh, thank you. we all do that. Like it's It's okay. It's not that my humor is not that amazing either. It's all good. I mean, I'm not saying yours is not amazing. It's just that sometimes I'm just not smart enough to get the joke.
فقال لا يتناطح بها عنزان. أنت تعرف أن الماعز تتناطح لأتفه الأسباب، ولكن طفلها السيدة عصماء بنت مروان عندما قطع أتباعه جسدها إربا إربا وهي ترضع طفلها، والمشكلة عادوا إليه يكبرون، فقال لا يتناطح بها عنزان. أنت تعرف أن الماعز تتناطح لأتفه الأسباب، ولكن عند محمد قتل امرأة مرضعة سبب أتفه من أن يتناطح به عنزان. هل هذا نبي من عند الله؟
Let me see what else do I have here. I'm just gonna put random stuff.
العسكريه الغاشمه اللي صارت والشعوب بالدم تدمير. بصفتي انا كسان عبود وكاورينت نحن مو فقط اسرائيليين من يعني بيشتروا منظمات انسانيه يا ستي، وحتى على مستوى الحكومه يعني حاورناهم. انا ما حاورتهم لحتى يبيعوا الجولان، في غيري اللي باع الجولان. انا ما حاورتهم ليبيعوا درعا، انا ما بملك شيء بدرعا. انا حاورتهم لحتى اقدم مساعدات للشعب السوري في جنوب سوريا. انا ما عندي مشاكل مع حدا. أنا زلمة عشت بأوروبا 8 سنوات، فأنا كمان عندي جيران يهود. يعني أنتوا كلها يهود.
Yeah, so here it talks about like who are the enemies of the Syrian people. And then it started talking about what kind of deeds the Jews did to help Syrians.
أنا عندي مشاريع
during the civil war.
في أمريكا كمان، وبقعد بحكي معهم، وقسما بالله العظيم عم شوف منهم رحمة أكثر من كثير من السوريين يلي كنا مفكرين إخواننا، يلي عمال بيقتلونا الآن بالطيارات وبالصواريخ.
هذه النقطة
على الأقل يعني عفوا بنيويورك من فترة أنا قابلت شخصيات يهودية ومعروفة أيضا، يعني شخصيات يهودية أمريكانية. كان رجل جبل مني عمره 86 سنة، قال لي أنا كنت محاضر في جامعة كامبريدج وأكسفورد، أنا بقدر بساعد أنه أدخل 20 سوري، طلاب سوريين معهم هاي سكول بكالوريا، يروحوا يدرسوا بهاي الجامعات مجانا على حسابي. طلعت فيه، شو قلت له لها؟ ما بتبوس ايده؟ قلت له شكرا على اللفتة الكريمة. يعني يا ستي نحن بشر آخر شيء، حتى لو كان لدينا عدو عاقل أحسن من صديق أهبل ومجنون، أحسن من صديق عم بيدمرنا بالكامل. اوكي، انا لا ادعي انهم اصدقاء، بس عم اقول لك نحن لا اعداء، لكن في جانب انساني بالموضوع. يعني هو انت بتعرفي، انا بعرف انه مثلا انا بعرف منيح انه تم فتح بوابه اسرائيل للعائلات مو بقرار حكومي. لا ما في قرار حكومي بالمناسبه مساعده الشعب السوري، لسه هلا ما طلع. ضابط هو شاف انه الناس عم تنقتل، والناس وعوائل بنات ونسوان جايين ومعهم اولادهم جرحى اوكي من قصف، فشافهم قام اتصل بالضابط تبعه وقال له انا حافتح البوابه واعدموني، ماني قادر اشوف هاي الدم والناس عم تبكي عم تقول ساعدونا ساعدونا. اوكي، انا بعرف انه اول فتحه لهاي البوابه فتحها جندي اسرائيلي مو بقرار بالحكومه الاسرائيليه. يا ستي لا نزال بشر. اما لا احنا هذا اخر شيء، ما أنا بس رحيه بفيلم هندي شر مطلق وخير مطلق. شوفوا اصدقائنا في الوطن وشو عم يساووا فينا. يجب ان يكون هنالك عقل. آخر شيء نحن نحتاج إلى أصدقاء ولا نحتاج إلى كم زائد من الأعداء.
بناء على هذا الموقف أستاذ.
Yeah, I'm showing random clips. What does it even help? Like we Jews help people, we are evil. We don't help, we are also evil. We sneeze, we evil. I think this is the problem. If the Jews were really evil, then we would have been like it portrays better. Like people would have admired us. Like, oh, the Jews are the best. This is the world we live in. What are you all guys talk about? You guys talk about random stuff. I mean, I am. What another random video can I show you guys? I have so many. Like when I made the anti-Semitism movie, I've collected so many different kind of clips. I also have like from Lebanon. I mean, let me tell you, everything that's happening now was brewing for a long, long time. Long, long time. So, what else interesting here? Let's put. You know what? I'll put random videos, and I'm gonna be surprised with you guys about what did I even put. Just for funsies. Let's see this one.
وصلت أخيرا إيران إلى الساحة واستغلت حماس لمصالحها. فحماس هي أداة، فقط أداة. اترك عنك الكلام عن العقيدة والتحرير وطوفان. وين راح الطوفان هذا؟ 10 كيلو داخل إسرائيل، ولا هذه المقذوفات اللي يرسلونها؟ في النهاية الدمار الذي يلحق في غزة دمار لا يمكن أن يحتمله أي شخص. هذا الدمار سبب غباء السياسة، غباء حماس وغباء قادة حماس، وزي ما قالها حسن نصر الله إنه لو كنت أعرف ما فعلت. فبالتالي اللي بيقولونها حماس بعد إيه؟ لكن هالمرة لن تكون كما فعلت إسرائيل في لبنان كما يبدو، هالمرة تكون باستئصال.
Yep. Let me see. You wanna collab someday? Someday, inshallah, we shall collab. But thank you for your support. Do you do anything? Like, do you do videos and stuff? This is fun. Oh, I like this video too.
الدراهم يعني ميزانيات خيالية.
Yeah, you guys like the random videos. I actually did this live today mostly because I saw people commenting that they missed my live. Oh, Aisha goes, you did that. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go live today. And even though like I could have Oh, good to know. Yeah, Tarun Tak. You go live a lot. I'll check you out. I'll try to remember. Yeah, so this is why. Because to me, like, to be honest, it's like, it's beyond ridiculous now. Like, what else can I say? Like, Raisi was, it is like, and this ICC trying to arrest Netanyahu and Gallant, and together with a person like Sinwar in the same sentence. Of course, Assad doesn't have a arrest warrant. I mean, it's so beyond ridiculous. It's just that. Yeah, it's just that it's just, you know what, it's like grinding water at this point. It's like, if you cannot see how effed up it is, where the Iranian people are celebrating the fact that their butcher is gone, and the world is shaming them for celebrating that and having a moment of silence. It's like it's beyond. It's like there is nothing to, like, I feel like, you know, when it was hidden, when it wasn't in your face, there was something to talk about, right? So it was like, hey, you guys might not see, but here are some things that are actually happening under the radar, and you should be aware of, and this is why it's bad, and this is why, like, here's the warning. At this point, I'm like, if you don't see that it's bad, then there's something wrong with you. I'm sorry. Aloricetto, gracias. Oh no, grazie. I feel like it's an Italian name. How do you say it? Grazie, grazie. I saw the anti-Semitism video. It was very effective. The theme is your true calling. Keep up the good work, Adima. Thank you so much for your support. I'm trying. I was thinking, like I really, like, my goal right now is to, and this is why I moved to the thinking that we should face the Palestinians and think how to re-educate that, like, population and Muslims, like reintroduce to them. Actually, there is no reintroduction, because we never did, right? They're just like the Germanic tribes, like the barbarians war, right? Before, like, I don't know if what their moral system was, if they had one, but might have been better, probably, like, not, but, like, still, like, they've never seen that. They don't know what it is. They never learned it. Like, they never learned a proper moral system. And this is why I say, like, this is time. Like, we have to turn around and face them. The sweeping around doesn't help. It just that, like, the world is big, but not that big. And because they, like, Islam doesn't believe in work, in actual work. It doesn't believe in work in the ground. So it doesn't believe in actual productivity. They have to live of others by default, like by programming, if they follow Islam properly. So, like, this moral system has to be introduced, infused, forced down upon their throats, whatever it takes. Like, you know, like the basic moral system. Doesn't, like, God, no need for God, no need for anything. Just like this humanity, laws, like how you treat your neighbor, kind of situation. So this is like, there is, like, deportations. There is no deportations. The same thing was, like, with when I made the anti-Semitism video. Like, it was obvious that you cannot ignore the rise of the National Socialists, right? That the Americans were like, okay, it's gonna stay in Europe. It's far away. Like, why do we need to fight it? And the UK was like, okay, it's gonna stay in mainland Europe. Why do we need to fight it? And France is like, okay, it's gonna stay with Austria and Czechoslovakia, right? Why do we need to fight, like, with Bohemia? Why do we need to fight it? And then, because it's a pattern, you know, this pattern repeated a million times in history. Better turn around and face it as soon as possible. And it's the same thing. It's like, you cannot, you know what? No. It's Afghanistan. Afghanistan had fallen. Who cares? It's not our problem. Iran had fallen. Turkey is falling. Who cares? It's not our problem. Right? It's like it's in the Middle East. The Middle East, they're crazy anyway. I don't think you can work like that. I don't think you can. In fact, I might go live in a... Oh, awesome. So I'm gonna go I'm gonna turn off in 20 minutes and we can all go watch your live dance. Thank you for your support. And that was a good, actually, entry to this video that I also like. I think it's from Morocco or Tunisia, this guy.
خيالية لقاءات حول الإعجاز العلمي للقرآن. لو وفرت هذه الميزانيات من أجل وضع أسس البحث العلمي في مختبراتنا لأنجبنا جيلا من العلماء. يعني انظر لائحة المخترعين وكبار صناع المعرفة العلمية عبر التاريخ، هل فيهم مسلم واحد نفخر به؟ يعني معظم العلماء من اليهود ومن الجنسيات الغربية. لماذا ليس هناك علماء مسلمون يتبارون في مجال الإبداع العلمي والاكتشاف؟ لأن مجتمعاتنا لم تضع الأسس الضرورية لإنتاج المعرفة العلمية. علينا أن نعرف بأن روح العصر الذي نعيش فيه هو الإنسان أولا، وأن نجعل قراءتنا للدين في خدمة هذا المبدأ.
لكننا لا نبرئ تلك النصوص الدينية يا أستاذ أحمد. هل تبرئها من يعني كثير ممن انضم إلى داعش يتكئ على نصوص دينية وقصص من التراث؟
أنا أرى بأن علينا أن نتحلى بالشجاعة اليوم لكي نجيب على سؤال أساسي. إذا قلنا بأن ما تفعله داعش لا علاقة له بالإسلام، فكيف نفسر اعتمادها النصوص؟ إذا كانت داعش قد أخطأت أو أنصار الشريعة أو طالبان، طيب ما هو الفهم الصحيح لهذه النصوص؟ أعتقد بأن ما يهرب منه الفقهاء هو أن يقولوا بأن هذه النصوص لها سياقات سابقة لم تعد موجودة اليوم،
ارتبطت بزمن ما.
بزمن ما. هم يهربون من هذه الحقيقة لأنهم يعتقدون بأنهم إذا قالوا بأن هذا النص مطلق المعنى وأنه ينطبق على كل زمان ومكان فهذا يقوي الدين. العكس تماما. علينا أن نصل إلى مستوى من المكاشفة والصراحة، أن نقول لبعضنا البعض إن هناك نصوص ينبغي أن تعطل بصفة نهائية وأن تهجر بصفة نهائية على أن نصوص دينية مرتبطة بسياق.
So, yeah, basically, this is perfect. But I'm gonna say more than that. It's not only that they need like those values that are bring corruption to the land need to be abandoned. A real set of values needs to be installed instead. It's not enough. It's not enough. I think that if we do only that, right? Only how do I say that? Like only remove, you get what you see in the West, right? Where people are confused, where there is no family structure. There is basically nothing. It's nothing. There is void. And I know it sounds ridiculous to say that, okay, how do we instill values to those people? But there is a precedence, because this is exactly what Christianity did and why the West looks different, right? This is exactly what Christianity had done, installing those values. The Roman society was not the best. Like, the more I read about, the more I realize what it was. It wasn't it. It was an uphill battle with Christianity. There is a long road with the way that Christianity spread at times, right? But those values, the basic values of the Ten Commandments and the morals that they brought with them, this is what made the West, right? Like, yes, there are Greek philosophers and things like that, and the way they looked at things, but they were a lot more cynical from what I've gathered. Their values weren't as pure, let me say it like that. So there is a precedence for it. It's not something that didn't happen before. This is exactly what happened with Christianity. Hopefully we can learn from the first time it was done how to do it better. But I really think that, and by the way, the same with Japan, right? The Japanese were batshit like insane, like really crazy. Let's not forget that that Hitler didn't only praise Islam; he also praised the Japanese tradition and religion. So there was something in the Japanese tradition that was really probably not. So when the U.S. devastated Japan, and they actually, this is the example of recent history where a society completely changed, right? Had completely changed. So it can be done, but it means that the only way to do it is complete victory. Like we should not shy, like there is no compromise. When it comes to basic values, there is no compromise. It has to be total, complete victory. There is no compromise on do not murder. There is no compromise on do not, there is no compromise there. It's basic. It's basic. So, thank you for your support and joining. It's nice to see you here. Those anti-Jews, they're wasting time on social media again. Why are they stuttering? They are more messed up than the cheap, low-quality washing machines, but they are still proud of that. They are, especially when, online you can find your crowd, wherever that is. So every delusional person can feel like they're the best in the world. Peter Anderson, your first super chat. Thank you for spending it on me. I don't know why either. It doesn't look fancy, but thank you. And the Arabic tribes again. Thank you so much. I'd like to visit Israel, but flights from Ireland aren't exactly working. Any advice about going there? I'd like to go up to Tapelman. Just, I don't know, wait for cheap flights and avoid August and probably July as well. Just avoid those months unless you like melting. If you're cool with being like a puddle and like instead of walking, just like sliding from place to place, like just as liquid, then I'd say come during August, July. Otherwise, I'd say avoid those months. Those are my tips. Yes. All right. I think we're good. Maybe time to go to sleep. I mean, time to look for pancakes. I don't know how to make pancakes. I literally only know how to make savory things. 8 p.m. at the moment. Thank you, Samantha. I really didn't know what, I knew it's something like now, but I didn't know like the exact one. All right, you guys, it's time to go to see, I think it was Tarumtak, right? That's his username live. He said he's gonna go live. So let's go watch it. Good night, y'all. Thank you. I'm gonna enjoy my late night snack. Eggs, flour, milk. I feel like there should be also sugar there. A little bit of salt. All right. Good night, y'all. Thank you so much for being here with me. Sorry for being hectic. I'll try to improve next time. I'll go back to being with a plan. Oh, thank you so much, Mangala Astana. Also, the first super chat. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it. Put white cheese in pancakes? Okay. Oh, Taruntak. I'm almost about to schedule it. Perfect. Okay, we're all gonna go now. Okay, let's go watch it. See you. Good night.